What's up?
Yo, yo, what's up, bro? What's up, everybody? What's up, Nick man?
Ain't
It's,
nobody up right now, man. The Giants just lost. Right. Right as we getting ready for this shit, I just watched the Broncos put up 33 points in the fourth quarter, bro. That's unreal. I don't think that's ever happened that I can think of.
I don't think, not recently. I can't think of when that last time something like that has happened either. I will say this, bro, when it comes to the Giants, I'm happy it happened now. And, you
Not
know,
me.
we keep the show on the road. I caught the reason why the Giants lost is because Jackson Dart just he threw the ill-advised pass at the wrong time. So
But
there's
they
no
scored 33 points in the fourth, man. You know what I'm saying? One interception, that's okay. But what happened to the other 30 something points? You know, the other 20 something points.
it's your defense, man.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, yo.
That's like Tecmo Bowl and shit. They playing Tecmo Bowl out there. Like, what is going on?
Oh man, salute nostalgia chick, man. Appreciate people pulling up.
Yeah,
What
Wonder
else we
Woman.
got here? Happy Sunday, hello everybody. Hello, my brother. How you doing? Who else we got here? Nostalgia chick, salute to Pam, salute to you too as well. Hello, gentlemen. And the Giants loss is hurting. Yes, it is hurting. It feels like garbage. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, he's up 13-0, and the wheels just fell off after that pick, though, the Jackson Dart pick. Like, that's just a rookie mistake. You want him to just slide to the floor, honestly. And hey, it happens, bro. I'm not really mad. I'm not mad.
Yeah, it was 19 zip actually, man.
Yeah, 19 zip. Thank you for the
Oh
correction.
man, no matter how you look at it, man. So yo, the first thing I was gonna ask you is how's your mental health and shit? 'Cause I think that's like a cool thing to just to mention. But you know, after this shit, the mental health is diving right now, taking a dive.
I'm good. I'm good. You know, I stopped drinking like 7 days ago. So
Okay.
I just been, every day just high of life and stuff like that. I'm good though. The Giants could lose. Like as long as Jackson Dart continues to look the way he looked
Yeah.
and he looks like a competent quarterback, I'm not too concerned about the Giants. Now, if he was a Jets fan, you know.
Scatterable was good
Yes.
too, man. My man Scatterable.
Yeah, Cam. Cam is good.
Yeah.
Cam is good. I think he needs another halfback with him, me personally, because he's just small.
Yeah.
But he's good though.
Hey,
Good
Tracy,
service.
Tracy came out there, did his thing too. He was 9 for 46 yards. He got a touchdown.
Was missing him the last couple of weeks, man. He was out with injury, so
Yeah.
it's kind of tough when you out with injury and then you coming back. Like halfbacks in the NFL, they got a short shelf life. So
Yeah. Especially a guy like Scotty with that motherfucker. He be banging head to head contact with that dude. He's crazy, man.
He-
He's that white boy. Everybody know a white boy like that, man. This crazy ass white boy, bro.
it's just crazy. Yo, man, when I was upstate at college, they was bugged out. The rugby team was bugged out.
Yeah.
I told you about the time I went to I was in Delhi, SUNY Delhi, and I went to like the rugby house.
Oh man, rugby players are crazy, man.
Yo, we go upstairs. We go upstairs, so we go in the room. It's the rugby dude. You're like, hey, blow, you want to try some blow? You see like the bar on the table. I'm like, nah, bro, I just want some weed.
I didn't come up here to get indicted. Okay, right. Yeah, I know about rugby players, man. They don't play with pads or helmets, so they got PTS, whatever they call it, CT, whatever. You know, they crazy.
You see the picture with it's a Simpson meme. We do this jumping out the window at first. That's scatterable right for everybody, man.
Yeah, word up.
With that said, the New York Knicks, man, their preseason has ended, and it ended 4-1. But there's some things I believe that stood out in preseason. But I guess we'll start with you first, Eru, man. How you felt about preseason? While I get these stats that I want to show you up on the screen. How you felt about preseason? And, who was your biggest riser in preseason, and who was the guy who's like, this guy is dog crap in preseason?
Well, I just like the way Mike Brown ran it the preseason. You know, I love it, man. Just started on it from the beginning, even when like our first few videos where they had the coaches that running sprints. So it's a different ball game here with Mike Brown. You know, I want to say it's like almost like a college or like a lower level kind of like thing with the way that he handles stuff. So I mean, my man Diawara, he started the last game and he played great. You know what I'm saying? So and then what I like about that situation is that after the fact, Mike Brown, said that like he earned the start basically. You know that he played his way into earning the start. So this is not even day one yet. This is preseason. So for the coach to put that much like he's putting love into these guys, and trust from day one. It's not even day one yet, so Diawara somewhere down the line, we might need him, and just by putting a battery in his back now, that's gonna help us down the line. So if he's doing that with him, then I see that happening with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that stood out to me over everything.
Who's your biggest riser, and who's your biggest drop off? Like, yo, this guy stinks. Basically.
Oh man, I mean, I can't really say like riser or stinks. You know, I think everybody kind of just play even. Everybody play even. We were waiting for Jalen, to Brunson to get off. He got off finally. Other players too. Well, if I could just be, I guess my man the Frenchie Yabusele, he didn't really have the greatest preseason too. He's trying to figure it out. That's one thing I want to say that maybe Mike Brown got to figure out because he got him playing center sometimes and whatever. So he's gonna have that's a learning curve there for the Knicks. And then outside of him, Mikal Bridges too. I really like what he's bringing to the table too, man. He's definitely you can see like that now that this is the type of basketball he likes to play. So he's hyped, man. You can see that he doesn't have that dumb ass hitch in his jump shot. You know what I mean? So everything looks good. So I would say Yabusele's probably really been is the one that kind of been dropping a little bit. As far as
bro, so some of the stats that I've seen that stood out to my naked eye, Yabusele, he was awful in preseason. Matter of fact, let me get this off the screen. Yabusele was garbage in preseason. No problem. Yabusele was garbage in preseason, and to be at minus 9.6, I will say this in his defense. It was one game where he was small ball center and he was a minus 33, and you don't expect that to happen.
Yeah.
Another thing that kind of bothered me with him when the team roster sheets came out, right? It showed that he's 285 pounds. Like, that's a big boy. No wonder you can't get off the floor to try to block shots. But for him to be minus 9.6, it was kind of disgusting for me. But, it's preseason. He's trying to find his way. And I understand that. And, hey, I'm going to give him some leeway and I'm going to give him some room to breathe. But I definitely need better from Yabusele. That definitely stood out to me. Another thing that stood out to me, brother, Karl-Anthony Towns, you're shooting 26.3%. You're tied with Pacome Daddy. Both of you. Pacome Daddy, you in your second year. You got to shoot a better percentage from the field. And then Karl-Anthony Towns, in his defense, yes, it's a new coach. Yes, it's a new system. But it's like, bro, I need better from you too. Now, Deuce McBride, our resident catch and shoot merchant, who can't dribble the ball, because that's what I call him. He averaged 1.6 steals. I felt like that was very impressive during preseason. OG Anunoby was 45.5% from three. OG Anunoby was 45.5. Like, come on. OG Anunoby was 45.5% from three. And Ariel Hakaporti, 88.9% from the field. And Mohamed Diarra looking really good in preseason. He was a plus 5.2. And he had 8.7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. And Mitchell Robinson he was a plus 5.3, and he looked good in preseason. You know,
Yeah.
those was the standouts for me in preseason. How you felt about Mohamed Diarra, Huck Porty, and Mitchell Robinson? I know you had your gripes about Mitch too. Coming to Mitch, but how you felt about those guys?
Well, it's the same thing. Like say, it's just usage. You know, like with Carl Anthony, we mentioned Carl Anthony Towns. You know, they're getting used to that role. So I think Mitchell Robinson is now like the same thing. Like McHale, they got their energy is like this is the style of play they've been wanting to play. You know, but the only thing with Mitch is that like he's been put in positions where he can make plays and stuff, like far as passing and stuff, you know, he hasn't really gotten there yet. Scoring wise too, you know, which is I think those are just stuff that will just work itself out as time goes on. But like you was mentioning certain stats with Yabusele and his weight. You know, I see who said it? Nostalgia said Yabu's out of shape. Yeah, man, 280 something. I didn't realize it was 280 something. You can see how he walks too. He walks like kind of like me right now. You know, I'm out of shape. My stomach is sticking out, so my lower back is poking out. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking around like that. So, you know, that's not a good look for somebody that's trying to be athletic, you know? So that brings some questions too about like durability, you know, like, you know, certain guys, you know, what let's say if Yabusele gets hurt, you know, you're gonna have to start pulling from the bench and but I like Diawara. I think Diawara could actually get in there and function, so that's a good thing. Two French guys too, by the way.
Diarra, I love him, man. 50 Cent version of Lamar Odom.
Yeah, yeah.
10 Cent version of Pascal
Like
Siakam.
a Timo version of Siakam. He's
Uh,
good though, man. He dove on the floor. He runs the floor well. That one play that's been going around with the the highlights and stuff where he was running full court, and then instead of making the pass, I thought he was gonna make the pass. He kept it himself and it just dropped it into the basket on a fast break. And little things like that, diving for the loose ball too. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that. That just opens my eyes, man. He's a really good basketball player. So we're lucky to have a dude like that. People are worried about us trading away young people. We got a lot of good dudes in the stash. You know what I'm saying? So, our big issues now is just like trying to keep some of these guys healthy, man. OG had to take some time off in preseason too. So, if losing Yabusele or some an extra player like that, then we'll start to question the bench a little bit. But so far, I think the Knicks have been doing okay. Well, I mean that 280 something, man. That shit is wild to me. Certain guys, they don't do nothing in the off season. They only show up to training camp, and then that's when they start thinking about getting their weight down or getting in shape and stuff, getting the extra run. That's why guys be having hamstring issues, in camp, because they might have been working out a little bit, but not the way they should be. And then once they get in the training camp, they realize they're not in shape the way they should. You know what I mean? So then they start catching these little injuries and stuff. So we'll see how it goes, man. Until State comes back, man. Another thing that I've been looking at is just rebounding. Team rebounding, the Knicks have been functional. I want to say we've been doing pretty good team rebounding wise, but I don't know if I don't that's definitely something we got to think about.
as far as like team rebounding, I think the Knicks are okay.
Yeah.
And once again, if shouts to 131 people that's in here right now. Appreciate you guys. I'm about to definitely get to the chat. The advanced stats that I was looking at, we 31st in pace, 27th in offensive rating, 4th in defensive rating, 9th in defensive rebounding percentage, 8th in turnover percentage, and 11th in total possessions. So the defense is way ahead of the offense.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing.
So our pace is down. Our pace is we like the worst in pace. Right
Yeah, man. The pace stinks, bro. It's crazy because it doesn't look like that to the naked eye.
Right.
Like the most weirdest thing about it. Like it don't look like that when you watch the Knicks during preseason. But I mean, not like the number stat do not match the way I've seen it in preseason. But maybe they just don't play fast enough. Maybe they need to speed the ball up even more.
Maybe it's the missed shots and stuff because what's the shots looking like? How much shots are the Knicks putting up? Compared to last year, that's a good stat to think about. Because I mean, just watching the Knicks play, the Knicks are definitely playing way faster than they ever played. In the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe it just has to do with maybe like production, like efficiency, maybe efficiency is added to that.
Yes, probably. Um, I think the total possessions would tell a indication upon how many shots the Knicks are taking in
Right.
total. So I think when you're like top of the half of the league, you're getting a lot of shots up, I believe.
Right.
And also, they got a high defensive rebounding percentage. I expect for that to be higher during the regular season because Mitchell Robinson, Karl Anthony Towns, and guys like Ariel Hakapori will definitely be playing in that rotation. And also, finally, traditional stats that caught my eye: 27th in points per game. We was 30th in field goal percentage. We was 10th in three-point attempts. We was 27th in free throw percentage.
Yeah.
The attempts I'm cool with. Everything else is just disgusting. All right.
Yeah. I'm hoping that's just preseason stuff, man. 27th in free throw and 30th in field goal is crazy, man.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But I think
yeah.
Go ahead.
I think you lead into something.
I think that was their 3-point percentage and stuff is just them learning the new system, honestly. I don't think that got nothing to do with like them actually like hauling ass, if it was a word to call it.
Yeah. You was right on what I was gonna say. It's just that do you think this team like has a next? Of course. That's almost kind of like dumb shit coming out of my mouth. It's just like, do you think this team has another level to get to? Right now, early in the season. The answer is probably yes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, obviously, because you seen how Yabusele played. I don't expect for him to play that trash in the regular season. Hell no. No way. No way. Because I'm quick to say, play the kids. Get a kid out there. I don't need a whole season of him playing off. Also,
Right.
shout out to Jordan Clarkson too, because I was under the mindset that he's a ball hog.
Yeah, he's kind of nutty, man. He did a couple things that he looks like he's stuck, and next thing you know, he spins around, he's open. Like, how do you do that? Yeah, he's crazy, man.
Yeah, shout out to Jordan Clarkson. With that said, the Knicks ended their preseason 4-1, and that's something that you love to see. And let's introduce the Knicks coaching staff. Bring this here, right? So shout out to our new coaching staff. And we'll bring this a little closer just for Knicks fans to see. So here,
shout out to your Twitter page, man. This is everything coming off your Twitter feed. So all these stats and tidbits and stuff, man. Good. This is good stuff that you've been doing lately with that. You was doing it last year too, but this is start the season off with this is really good.
Thank you, man. Just trying to be oh, what's up, bro? What's up?
Cameraman
right here.
Cameraman said, I'm out of here, bro. Oh shit.
With that said, let me go right to the chat. Nostalgia chick, who this Jackie, let's start the season strong. I strongly agree with you. Yabba was out of shape. I agree with that too. Mikel's going to be an all-star. We're going to definitely get into that. He's not a center. Yeah, of course, Yabba's not a center. I think we all found out at the same time. Right. Knicks need more weapons. I don't know about that. In my opinion, I don't know about that. In my opinion, I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam. Who else is this? Oh, shout out to my brother Jay from East New York. Shout out to you, brother. See you soon.
Yeah, I saw him the other day. We was I was working, and he just happened to pull up in the station where I was working at.
That's fire.
Yeah, he had the East New York face on. I said, hey, I looked at him and said, what's up? I wasn't sure if because it's weird. We see people online, so it's like I see them all the time, and so then I wasn't sure if he's gonna recognize you because I got the cop glasses on, with my it's a construction site, you know what I mean? So I looking crazy, but he recognized me, shit. So that was pretty dope, man.
Yeah. It's funny. He just said facts. Shouts to you, Jay. With that said, presenting your New York Knicks roster for 2025-2026. No more trade talk. No more. Oh, we don't know this guy's gonna be here. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Head coach Mike Brown. We got Chris Gent, associate head coach offense. We got Brandon O'Connor. Shout outs to Brandon O'Connor. Defense coordinator. We got Charles Allen. He obviously followed Mike Brown from Sacramento. We got Ricardo Fio. Shout outs to all my paisans that's watching right now. We got TJ Saint, assistant head coach. We got Billy Lane. Shout outs to Billy Lane. Been in the league for a long time, by the way. God damn. Shout outs to Rick Brunson. We got Maurice Cheeks and we got Darren Ehrman. I think he was probably the only holdover from Tibbs' Tibbs' coaching staff. Well, obviously Rick Brunson, Maurice Cheeks, and Darren Ehrman. But that is your New York Knicks coaching staff for 2025-2026. I think this is a good coaching staff. I still think the most important person that a lot of people who don't know is Casey Smith. Casey Smith is the head medical doctor for the New York Knicks right now. Keeps everybody healthy. I think he's the most important. Now,
is he new? Is he new to the staff, or is he?
No, he's been here since last year.
Okay. Yep.
Why? Yo, wait, hold on. Why you think Paperman? Why you think Paperman healthy?
That's true. Nothing like the last few years, the Knicks medical staff has been pretty good. Probably like some of the best in the league. Shout out to the hospital special surgery too. I had I dealt with them too with different injuries and stuff too. So it's a really good hospital. So Knicks got everything, all those X's and I's, dotted I's and crossed T's and all that.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Who stands out to me, my man Chris Gent. I like his energy, bro. I don't know if you ever looked at any of his interviews or just watched him mic'd up like on the sideline and stuff. He's a monster. And then in the last game too, Mike Brown, they were talking, and then Mike Brown just like stepped to the side and let Chris Gent take the huddle. You know what I'm saying? Mike, this guy, Tom Thibodeau would never do that, man. He would never let anybody else take the huddle in the middle of the game. Johnny Bryant used to have to jump in the court just to get something across, but Mike Brown is actually, he's going to be listening to his coaching staff. So, what I mean? So this is exciting, bro. I really like that. Really like what's going on with Mike Brown.
I gotta apologize to you because damn, you on it, brother. I wasn't even watching the sideline like that. I was keeping a bit with you. I'm so locked into like the offensive schemes and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to have the narratives and I used to like watch the sidelines and stuff like that. I didn't even notice that Mike Brown like stepped back and let Chris Gent run the huddle. What I did notice though, if you seen a couple of those Knicks practices, Chris Gent, he the ball head guy.
Yeah.
Ball head guy. He like the Terminator. Yeah. Him? He's always he's always screaming.
He ain't got no filter. He's like another crazy white boy. I got one of those at work, man. You can't stop. You got to tell him, yo, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like calm down. What's the matter with you? You know what I mean? He's one of those guys. So you need that. You're playing sports, and people are talking. Guys got egos. You got to be able to snap and deal with it at that right there. You have to deal with it right there. Like in my job, shout out to Jay from East New York. He saw me working with us. We working with teams, So I got my team. Now I don't always work with the same team. Sometimes if the wrong person come into the team, it can mess up your whole joint. You know what I mean? So if something's happening, you got to nip that shit in the bud right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if we get out there and start working, we're put in harm's way where some guys can get hurt or get killed or something like that. We don't need to have one dude like that. So if something's going wrong out there, when like let's say like Tom Thibodeau will let the gang just die. We sitting there watching like, yo, is this guy going to call a timeout? You know what I mean? Like, shout out to my sister. Shout out to a couple other places too. Pig Beach in Astoria. People hanging out there. Everybody saying the same shit. Like, yo, man, what the heck is this guy going to call a timeout? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think we're going to deal with that this year. I think my man, Mike Brown, I think the coaching staff is locked in, I think we're going to be good this year with that.
That's a fact, man. I believe in coach. I believe in coach. And it's definitely one of the, because I got like 10, 11 polls on next Twitter. I'm definitely going to show you them all. And we definitely going to talk about each one. And that's a part of it too. Before we even get to some of the roster, let's get to the chat. Shout outs to Anytime Knicks. Instantly recognized, bro. Nostalgia Nick. He takes too long to get the ball over half court. Get the ball over half court and run a play. I know I'll get into Brunson, but I think Brunson's been playing well. Shout outs to State. Eru, I don't know what this dot dash you man terminated and got my guy Deej, man. Terminated and got him. He better not, or we can trade him at the deadline. Look, nostalgia, not tonight. Okay.
Man,
not tonight.
Always with it, always with the shenanigans and stuff. He knows what he's talking about, those, nostalgic. And he be in everybody's chat, man. Shout out to nostalgia.
Shout out to nostalgia, man. Now, with your 2025, 2026 New York Knicks, you have Jalen Brunson, Tyler Kolek, Jordan Clarkson, Miles McBride, Kevin McCullough Jr. Shout out to Kevin McCullough Jr. I felt like he had a solid preseason, by the way.
Yeah.
Josh Hart, a.k.a. Mr. Twitter Fingers, a.k.a. I got to use a shit in the whole goddamn season, a.k.a. my back hurt the other day. I didn't play the last 2 games, a.k.a. I want to record a podcast, whatever. And then you have Landry Shamet. How you feel about the guard stable at the current moment? The only thing that annoys me is the height.
Yeah, height is a little issue, But I mean, Jordan Clarkson's 6'5". He plays small though. He plays shorter than 6'5". McCullough is very aggressive, man. So I think with and Landry, shout out to Landry Shamet too. He does
shout out to Landry Shamet too.
Yeah, he does what he's supposed to do, man. I think the last game or it was the game where they had benched a bunch of players or whatever. Shamet, he just gets that ball and he lets it go. There's no dilly-dallying with him. Once he gets it, he knows what he's supposed to do and he gets it done. You know what I mean? So I think that kind of like tells you what's going on with the backcourt. But Nostalgic was talking about Jalen Brunson with him bringing the ball up the court. It's a different style of play, man. Tom Thibodeau didn't want him to push it up the court. He wanted him to get into his set so he can do the one-on-one stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just a learning curve. We're gonna have to just be patient with Brunson, and hopefully we can get it together. But like we were saying about the coaching staff, I think Mike Brown is gonna definitely shout that stuff out. Let's move, let's get it popping.
That's a fact, because these dudes need to be screamed and cursed at. For sure. With that said, let's scroll down here, and we got our forwards for next season. We got Mikal Bridges, 6'6", OG Anunoby, 6'7", 245. My God, Macomb 6'8", 223 pounds. That's a big kid right there.
Yeah.
Pause, by the way. My cousin is crazy.
Put it back on the screen, the thing.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, my cousin crazy.
Yeah, shout out to your cousin, man. What's his name again, man?
Ooh, Brandon.
Brandon, yeah. Brandon's cool, man. He's a cool dude.
We got Tucson and Barron. I butcher names like a mug.
I mean, his name is fucked up, man. Look at that, Tucson. What the hell? How do you even start with that? Ev Boo Muwan. What the hell? I mean, you African, man.
Ev Boo Muwan?
Yeah, you African, man, with like first generation. You know what I'm saying? You can't pronounce that shit.
Nah, we say Entersay, Madasawai. I can't pronounce that. That's a bugged out name, by the way. Shit.
Yeah, man. And he's from England. No
wonder. He's good though.
Yeah, I think he's better. I think like if he was to rank them, Mikal and OG, of course, up top. At this point, maybe Diawara and Tucson might have been playing better than Garcon, and Dadier. You know what I mean? So I think we got some good wings. So like if things happen throughout the years, I don't think we're gonna be short for wings. Our guys could really play. I think all of them are really good, solid basketball players.
Agreed. Well, if anything bad happens, we won't really be sitting here like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Nah, we got replacement. It's no problem. And we have our centers. We got Karl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson, Trey Jameson III, and Ariel Huckporty.
Mm-hmm.
They all tall as shit, by the way. God.
Yo, I really like Jameson, that dude Trey Jameson. You
Yeah, he
know,
plays strong.
yeah. He's not afraid too. The one thing about him that I would say though is that he talks too much. He be like sometimes, he talks a lot as far as communicating, which is good. That's what I mean. But sometimes he be too concerned with the ref sometimes a little bit. But he's engaged with the game. He knows how to get to the spots where he can be effective and stuff. He's not afraid to touch people, which is good. And he has a little bit of what is it, Hartenstein, the Hartenstein flow that he had. He got like a little push shot, almost like it's like not a hook shot quite, but he kind of like pushes it at the rim. So he got a little game to him. So same thing. If Mitchell Robinson gets hurt again, we got guys that we can call up that's going to fill the spot. Good, I think.
So random stat that I thought about today. I believe there's never been a New York Knick to average 20 and 10 in the season. With that said,
what is it? Say that again.
There's never been a New York Knick, and I said 20 and 10. My bad. There's never been a New York Knick to average at least 20 points per game and 10 assists in the season.
Okay, I got you.
Right. So one of the questions I start off to ask, I say, can Jalen Brunson this season average at least 20 plus points, 10 plus assists? No New York Knick point guard has ever averaged those numbers. The only point guard that was close statistically to averaging those numbers was Stephon Marbury, 2003, 2004. That was 19.8 points per game and 9.3 assists per game.
Right. So you talking about Jalen Brunson? Can he do it?
Yes.
I don't think so. I just don't think he has that in his game. I think his assists will probably be up a little bit, but he's already averaging like 6. But I think he's gonna have more quality assists. I think, this year, it's not gonna be just like I can't score. Let me just kick it out one time at the last second and somebody gets a shot. I think he's gonna get a lot more assists setting up people, within the offense. So I think that's gonna be a good thing. But I don't think he will ever average 10 though.
You don't think so in the new system where Mike Brown is asking what he's asking from Jalen Brunson and from others, and there's people that saying, Mikal Bridges is going to be an all-star. So I'm assuming that somebody will have to sacrifice. So I was just assuming that Jalen Brunson would take a hit in his overall points per game stats, but his assists per game would go up. He just finished averaging a career high in assists per game last season. And I felt like it's obtainable for him.
Does he need to get 10 though? Because that means the ball is in his hands a lot,
Not necessarily, because I got a good example is Steve Nash. Steve Nash had a usage rate one season of 20.5, and he only averaged about 10 and a half assists. And he had another season when he averaged, his usage rate was 23.3%, and his assist was around 11. Jalen Brunson usage rate right now is at a 29.4 last season. So I'm just assuming that if that gets lowered and his assist amount will go up because the quality of shots that the Knicks are taking will go up. So the overall percentages will go up, which will lead to Jalen Brunson basically, his assist. Right.
I got you. I mean, I'm looking at the stats now. So like last year he averaged 26 and 7. You know what I mean? So like in order to get the 3 assists, that means that he would have to take 3 less shots. So the 3 less shots that'll get him, kind of like damn near almost below, not below. It'll get him at about 20, around 20 points per game. So I mean, if he can get to 20, and then theoretically, yeah, that he probably can get 3 more assists. Within this new offense. So it's possible. The pace is gonna go up. The efficiency is gonna go up as the guys get comfortable. So it's possible. He can maybe get there.
Another question. In the 2025-2026 New York Knicks have 3 All-NBA defenders. Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. Assuming that all 3 players start, the last time the Knicks have had 3 All-NBA defenders on the same team was 1969, 1970, but that was a championship season. A lot of us have championship aspirations, so we should shoot for championship expectations when it comes to these players. If Mitchell Robinson, the OG, and Mikal starts a whole season, and we just brought up the preseason stats, right? Where the defense is already, it's way ahead of the offense already, right? I believe it was at a fourth. No, defensive rating was ranked fourth in preseason. Last time I looked at it, the offensive rating was ranked 27th. So if the defense is already ahead, and Mike Brown is going into interviews and he's basically saying, "Hey, this team, I don't have to teach them much because they know so much. So I just want to get the basics down pat." This is the reason why he could go a whole game and not call a play. Right. And those three guys, obviously, you see on the screen, Knicks fans, is Willis Reed, Dave DeBusschere, Walt Clyde Frazier. This is history of what we're looking at right now. Something that can be done this season. Also, a little nugget for you, Eru. Our guy Mike Brown has the chance to be the second coach in NBA history to win at least one championship and have at least 3 Coach of the Year awards. The other coach who has done that is Greg Popovich. So a little nice nugget right there.
Not for nothing. When his career is over, because we're expecting great things with the Knicks. When it's all said and done, then we might be able to have those conversations where Mike Brown is one of the better coaches that we've seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to talk about the defense you was talking about, man. I'm just looking at all defenders and stuff, and Mitchell Robinson has never made an all defensive team at all. No, not even once. You know what I'm saying? Not even like round leading up to it. And then also OG and Mikal Mikal made the first team and OG made the second team. I think in the same year, if I'm not mistaken. That's irrelevant, man. But for guys that are known for defense, they don't typically make defensive teams, like not the first team, second team, or third team. So that's I just wanted to throw it out there just to annoy people. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's listening, like, man, shut the fuck. I mean, yeah, man, shut the fuck up. But not for nothing, Mitchell Robinson has never been defensive player of the year or a candidate ever. You know what I'm saying? Mikal Bridges actually almost got defensive player of the year 1 year. He was second runner up. I think the year that what's the dude that's on the Lakers that was on Memphis and stuff. He was on Memphis and Boston. The guard, he won it that year.
Lou Will?
No. I can't think of his name, but he's on the Lakers now. Let me get his name. We getting old, bro.
Yeah, we getting old, man. Talking about the Lakers, man. Why when you brought up the Lakers, the first name I thought about was Marcus Smart. I don't even know why.
Yeah, Marcus Smart. Yeah, he won Defensive Player of the year that Mikal, was second runner up. If I'm not mistaken.
I think there was probably different seasons. I think the year that Mikal won it, I think it was Giannis. I think it was Giannis or Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, could be.
How many starting lineups? Just for you, everybody. How many starting lineups will Mike Brown roll out this season? Over, under 5 different lineups, assuming health. 56% of you said over, 44% said under.
I agree with the over. Because I can see guys sitting out. Sitting out. I can see Mike Brown giving guys rest. I think as the season goes along, the way that we play, I think that guys are gonna step up. Like I was mentioning Diawara where he started him in the preseason game, and he mentioned that that he earned it. He earned the right to start. So I think the team, throughout the course of the season, they're gonna prove it, day in, day out, that they earned the right to get a spot. So guys, throughout the season, I think Mike Brown will utilize the bench and give guys breaks when he can. Well, just to add to it though, Marcus Smart did win it that year when Mikal Bridges had the second runner up. Rudy Gobert was the third runner up that year.
His third runner up. All right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rudy Gobert, man, crying for an all-star game.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert, man. There's something up with French people, man. I think French people got the worst music. Me and my wife was talking about that. My wife is Haitian, you know what I mean? But Haitian music is the shit. I love Haitian music, you know. But like once you start getting into like French, I'm talking about over there in French with their rap music and their like singers and stuff like that, and their pop stars, even like their like even just like their celebrities over there. They're all like soccer players. I can't stand French people, bro, like that. I don't know what that is, man. You know,
Frank Ntilikina.
huh?
Frank Ntilikina.
Yeah, Frank Ntilikina is another one. Yo, he's over there trashing it up too. He can't even make the French national team and shit over there. You know what I mean? So, you know, but yeah, man. Shout out to French people, man. But shout out to my Haitians, though. My Haitians is the shit. But I mean, you know, people from France over there, man, everything they do is corny, man. Best thing they got is French fries, and that's not even from France. My bad.
Which bench player will benefit the most from Mike Brown's new system?
Ooh.
37.8% said Josh Hart. That's an interesting pick. 24.3% said other. Jody Clarkson at 27%. Garrison Yabusele at 10.8%.
Before we start roasting Josh Hart, who is the other? Who could be the other?
The other is anybody. Home Daddy, Muhammad Diawa, Aya Hapori.
Probably Deuce too, right? I think Deuce.
Right.
Yeah, I think he can't dribble and stuff, but I think this offense plays into a player like this. What happened?
I'm sick of him not dribbling, bro.
He can't dribble, man. I don't understand that. Somebody that short, like that should be like the first thing. You know, you learn how to like dribble. You know, I don't get it, man. He ain't got no moves, man. Like you put any pressure on him, he's done. He can't get past nobody. Only if it's a beeline to the basket.
He ain't got no beat bop boop. He don't got no beat bop, no nothing.
He got the opposite beat bop boop. He got beat bop boop like a robot. You know what I mean? He don't got the, he didn't got none of that, man.
He don't got no sauce, man. Oh,
crazy, bro. Yo, he need to hang out in the city. Like he be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Doing Knicks events and NBA events and stuff. You know, he need to stay home one year because I believe he lived down like in 14th Street area over there. So he need to pull up to the parks and just play. You know what I'm saying? Go wherever, go somewhere and play basketball and like let somebody guard you, and then let the pride hit you. Like some kid that you never seen before is like D'ing you up because you ain't got no handle. So now that pride has got to kick in. I think that's what it is. He's never been tested as far as pride. Everybody knows that he plays defense, he can shoot. You know what I'm saying? He plays hard. Everybody loves Deuce McBride. So they boost his confidence is at a certain level. He needs to be in the trenches one time, and just let somebody you never heard of D him up and embarrass him, and then make him realize that he can't dribble.
You need to go to the trenches. You need to go with their cigarettes on the floor.
He need to smell some urine, a little bit of freaking New York City urine. You know what I mean? Get that nice crack piss in your lungs one time. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, Deuce, I watch him. It was only one game in preseason when he dribbled the ball correctly. And that was in game one. After game one, I went to Deuce feedback. Why he can't dribble rock? It is so annoying to watch. Like,
yeah.
That's why my new nickname for him, he's a catch and shoot merchant. Catch and shoot merchants, I don't have to worry about you dribbling the basketball. I understand your game.
Yeah. He plays hard though, man. You can't take nothing away from him, but he just ain't got that. It's okay to say that somebody ain't got something,
It's crazy because one of the stats that I definitely one of the stats I brought up was the 1.6 steals that he averaged in the preseason. So that's something great to look at. Yeah. With that said, staying with the topic of defense, if you had to pick one to win Defensive Player of the Year under Mike Brown, who would it be? 44. Oh, that's a tie. 44.6%. 44.6%. Mitchell Robinson and OG Anunoby. Only 10.9% for Mikal Bridges, the guy who actually has garnered the highest votes in a Defensive Player of the Year award season.
Yeah.
To me, it's plain and simple, Ebro. You got one man who's making $212 million, and I got Knicks fans telling me the Knicks can't have 4 20-point per game scorers. Okay, no problem. I don't even think it's happened in NBA history. It probably happened once back in the 70s with Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, was that Elgin Baylor, and there was somebody else. I think probably only happened once. Now, 3 players on one team averaging 20 plus points, that can happen. With that said, not everybody could be an all-star, not everybody could be a superstar. Somebody's gonna have to win Defensive Player of the Year award out of those 3. If the Knicks got the top 3 defense, they ranked 4th in preseason. So I feel like that's still going to continue and carry on into the regular season. I think easily the Knicks is going to be top 5 in defense. Regular season. And since I think that's going to carry on, I'm going to go out on a limb and say if the Knicks are the 1 seed and they do have the top overall defense, I would say it's primarily because of Mikal Bridges. And with the help of him being great on defense, I think that would help Mitchell Robinson or OG Anunoby win that award. So, like, Mikal is the perfect free safety, right?
Yeah.
Or perfect strong safety, right? If he's playing his role perfect to a T, and Mitchell Robinson, aka I compare him to like a middle linebacker, then Mitch gonna be Gucci, right? You got OG Anunoby. I want OG Anunoby at the top of the key at the perimeter guarding everything. And all 3 is gonna work, but I think Mikal Bridges will make their job so much easier that it's gonna boost their numbers, in my opinion. Their defensive field goal percentage, block percentage, steals per game, blocks per game. Like I wouldn't be surprised if OG and Mitchell Robinson both average at least a steal and block per game, like together.
Yeah, they can do that easily. Yeah, what I think is going to take the edge off is the offense, because they're not going to worry about where the shots are coming from, because the offense is going to it wants everyone to move the ball. So the ball is going to be moving. So I'm just judging off for Mikal Bridges the way that he's been playing, his energy. You know what I'm saying? So his energy has been crazy, man. So he's not worried about when his energy is like that. That means that he's having fun. If he's not getting touches on offense, he's not having fun. You know what I mean? So if he's having fun, then he can concentrate on defense and stuff. He's enjoying himself. So I think the same thing is going to happen with OG and even Mitch too. Because like Mitch is not so stressed out where I got to get every block shot down here. I got to defend everybody. You don't have to worry about that this year. So guys can actually just play basketball rather than have to just have that extra Tom Thibodeau stress on their back. You know what I mean? So I think that I think these guys, they're going to be good this year. I think just from that standpoint, the stress, the roles, the shots, everything is going to be taken care of, early on. At least that's that's what I'm seeing, So I'm hoping that what I see is the truth. You know what I mean? So I think things are going to work out defensively for us. And as far as the question, like you're saying, those players, yeah, Mikal Bridges, I agree with that. Even Mike Brown believed in him too, saying he's gonna be like, I forgot what he said, because Mike Brown has his own lingo, stuff that he says that we never say. That I'm starting to see fans say it. That's annoying too, man. Fans be like, yeah, man, because we gonna spray what, motherfucker? What are you like a water rooter or some shit? Or you like an exterminator? What the fuck you spraying? Oh, now we spraying? We wasn't spraying all this time. You know what I mean? Now Mike Brown comes in with his lingo. Not everybody's a fucking expert. Man, it is what it is. Yeah, but I think Mikal gonna be good though.
Staying on the topic of Mikal Bridges, which player will benefit the most from Mike Brown? Of course, the fans say Mikal Bridges at a 74.4%. Then next you got Jalen Brunson. Well, next you got Karl-Anthony Towns. He's at 11.6%, and then you got Jalen Brunson at a 9.9%. And then after those two, people put other at 4.1%.
Yeah, that's a landslide there. Mikal Bridges definitely. Mike Brown, that's his guy. He loves Mike Brown. You can see it, man. Like I don't like it. I don't like it, but I get it. Everybody has their energy. But him, when he's always doing the side to side stuff and doing the fingers and stuff, I'm like, it's looking at me. It's like, oh man, stop that shit. You know, that's how he gets off. So he's having a good time. So I'm with it, man. I'm with it.
You're an old man screaming at the clouds, man.
Yeah, man. I started, not for nothing, like, because I mean, it's a different era now, because I mean, look, like we 10 years apart, right? So I mean, you got the hat on, I got the hat on too. I rock hoodies and shit. Our clothing is the same. Even look at your pops, respect, respect to your pops in the background. They see the picture. Your pops was fly too. He got his little hat on and shit. He got the shirt to match and all that. You know what I mean? The eras is not, it's not too much difference between the eras, really, like the style and stuff like that. So, but I'm starting to feel my age now. Not feel it. I'm starting to feel it physically, yes, because I need to start taking care of myself. But just like just when people say stuff and people do things, it's just like, yo, man, shut the fuck up, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, man, what's good? Yo, man, yo, chill, OG. I take that with respect now. When people say, yo, OG, chill, bro, like whatever, I get it, because I mean, I can't take it no more, man. People say dumb shit. I just cannot let it go anymore. Sometimes you just kind of leave it alone, but like I can't take it anymore. I gotta say something now, man. Cut the
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. I knew it was time when I get called OG on Twitter. I'm like, yo, you got it, bro. I'm not even gonna fight you no more about this. I
Yeah,
guess mutual respect at this point.
yeah.
Oh man. Now the next thing. Which player, counting in advanced statistics, will take the biggest hit under Mike Brown, assuming that players' roles will be different going into this upcoming season? 61.4% of people said Josh Hart, 20% said Jalen Brunson, 15.7% said Karl Anthony Towns, 2.9% said other. Well, how the hell Josh Hart gonna be the bench player who benefits the most? And then, yeah,
Yeah, people are bugged out. That's what I'm saying. People don't even know what they're talking about. They say the same. They say thing out of one side, and they say something out the other side. Talking both sides of their mouth. Shit is crazy.
and another question. Oh my God, the fans. Shouts to the fans, man. The fans they loving Mikal, man. Mikal getting a lot of love on each one of these little polls that I've got. Player with the best chance to become a first-time All-Star under Mike Brown. OG Anunoby at 27.8%. Mikal Bridges at a 66.7%. Mitchell Robinson at a 1.9%. And other, or that is Coke Smith at 3.7%.
Yo, shout out to the cokeheads that showing up for their peoples, I guess, right? Damn, son.
Oh man. How you feel about that, man? Mikal Bridges, first time All-Star. In my opinion, he got to average 25 and 5. Mr.
25 and
5.
5.
Yes, Mr. 5 first round picks need to average 25 and 5. And just for you,
Oh man.
Mr. 25 and 5. I guess you could look it up, but how many players in NBA history? I guess I have to look that up too. But how many players in NBA history has averaged at least 25 and 5? I think it was only about like 14 to 15. Obviously, it was Braun. You got Harden. You got a couple of those players from back in the day. Magic Johnson, of course, is like it's. But Mikal, he has a chance. Now it's not just the 25 and 5. It's the 25 and 5, one steal, all NBA defense.
You're asking a lot for him. You saying he's gonna have a generational season this year?
He gonna have to give me that compared to what listen.
Yeah, did you see the picks that the Nets got though, man? It's like their picks look like a freaking like a I'm trying, I'd be saying some wild shit sometimes. I gotta calm down, you know what I mean? But they look like a rec league team from the Jewish like community center or something like that. You know what I mean? You know, they like the Yeshiva University All Stars and shit over there. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the Nets, man. This is why I'm gonna have to disagree with you, honestly.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just put this on the screen just give you a reason why I have to disagree with you, just for audio purposes. Shout out to all the Knicks fans that's tuning in right now. Right? What is it? Late Sunday? Well, Sunday evening. Now let me put this on the lovely screen for these lovely Knicks fans. Right? According to Shams, Portland Trailblazers or defensive forward Toumani Camara has agreed to a 4-year, $82 million contract extension with the franchise agent Dave Prudhomme, tells ESPN. Camara has blossomed into a vital and durable two-way player after being picked. What pick, Eru? What pick is that? It's 52. It's 52. Come on now. 52. Those picks matter, man. Unless you play them. I guess it only matters if you play them. You're gonna have to play the pick.
Well, I mean, shout out to Diarra. Diarra's our guy, second round pick and stuff. Shout out to what's the name? Tyler Kolek, second round pick too. So, Knicks have been doing their thing draft pick wise, McBride and stuff. He's only a 4-year player coming into season. So we got quite a few players that Huck Porty, these guys like that. So the Knicks have been doing a thing, draft wise and stuff. But just the point is that like we can't like draft heavy every year, So like you got to make a quality draft pick absolutely when you get one. But then like you have to give that draft pick time. You know what I mean? So trading a pick every other year, is not so bad if we're, getting quality players and when we do draft,
That's a fact. Let me get to some of these chat.
Chat's been doing good. I'm looking on the side and stuff, man. Everybody's been really contributing. Definitely appreciate it.
We don't make the playoffs in 2022 without Josh Hart. No problem.
Let me tell you something about Josh, man. I gotta say something, man. He came into this year with the broken finger, right? But remember, you had like we talked about this the last part. Like you had words with him online about it. You know what I'm saying? He kind of like joked around about about that stuff. I get it. Guys are allowed to have fun. They can do what they want to do and whatever. But now you come into training camp with the same broke finger. It looked like nothing's been done with it. So I question. Now you have to question our heart now. Like what's up with that? Because you could have had the surgery, whatever you want to have, and you could have been healed by now, or at least you could have missed maybe like a month or so, and then start the season later on. But he showed up. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna wear a splint for 82 games and for the playoffs too. That's like who you trying to fool, man? This is New Yorkers and stuff. Don't. That's one thing. I know you was mad at it too. It's like don't tell us one thing and then come in and laugh in our face. That's another. That's something I just can't deal with, man. And you have to call these guys out when they do that.
Every single time. I wrote, they wrote something under the roommate's joint. I wrote immediately under it. Yo, bro, get the fuck out of here with this shit, bro. Like, it's championship season, bro. Enough. Because me, I don't have no allegiance with no Nick. All of y'all in free agency and traded. You know what I rock with? Draft picks. You my draft pick? I rock with you. I'll trade anybody off the Knicks.
Yeah, man. I'm saying knuckleheads. What is it? What are they, brother? What are the brothers or whatever? I don't know what the name of the pod is, man. But I mean, what they want to sell underwears. You know what I mean? They selling underwears. They selling other stuff. You know what I mean? They giving 10% discount on like $1,000 underwears, and then they charging fans to come see them in the thing. They charging fans like hundreds of dollars just to come see them and do a podcast. I mean, what are they doing? Are they playing basketball, or are they trying to become, the next freaking like podcast star? I just don't get it. And then just like I said, for that finger thing, for him to come to start the season with the finger still busted is ridiculous. Because I mean, like if he gets hurt, let's say if he plays a month and then he gets hurt, Josh Hart gonna be out for a while to have surgery on his finger. Now you're gonna be out a major part of the season. So my thing is, I think he did all this because he don't want to get traded. I think the Knicks legit. Remember they were talking about Giannis and stuff. I think legit the Knicks might have thought about it if Josh Hart's finger wasn't busted. You know what I mean? So maybe he said, you know what, I'm gonna keep my finger busted because I'm the guy they're gonna trade. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
is elite narrative hunting. But I
Yeah,
like it though. Cause I give you a narrative. Remember one trade deadline? Well, I think it was Randall who got a mysterious injury. And he's like, yo, dude, you not hurt, bro.
yeah, you know.
These dudes get mysterious injuries. Grimes get a mysterious groin injury.
Yeah,
Brain.
Mitch too. You know, Mitch get hurt or somebody. You know, but I mean, this one is weird though. Like you show up to the training camp with your finger looking crazy. You talking about you're gonna wear a splint the whole year. Like, all right, man.
I was mad with Josh. I'm still mad with Josh about that. I hope he comes into the season understanding that Mike Brown don't got allegiance with none of you. Like,
Word up.
this is not his roster. This is Thibodeau's roster still technically. This will become his roster after a couple of months. With that said, let's go into this chat. We don't make the playoffs in 2022 without Josh. I already read that. You tripping. Mo is 6'9". Yes. We said that already. F Josh Hart. Oh, goodness.
He said Josh Fart.
Josh Fart. Oh.
Grow up, man. Grow up.
Keith Watkins, late logging, fellas. Did I miss much? Nah, motherfucker, you got rewind.
And shout to Keith.
This is Julian. I hate that spray shit Mike Brown say pause. And his other word he calls lunch meat.
Yeah. I'm not with that. I'm not with those that shit, man. You gotta call that. We from New York. We gotta call that shit out, man. Cut it out. Knock it off.
JB and Cat are pretty much systems of their own. Mike Brown's system is not for them. It's for the role players. His system makes the role players better stars, and stars will be stars no matter what the system is. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I can't disagree with that. If you're a great player, you're going to show it regardless of any system, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
What else Keith said? Same somewhat for Bridges, not as much for Cat and JB, and he could drive offensively in any system. OG, Mitch, Deuce, these guys will benefit more than anybody else. I guess they was answering the part where I said who will benefit the most from Mike Brown. I'll be betting on games. Nostalgia. I quit betting on the Knicks games about a year ago.
I can't help it, man. I put all the money on Giants today, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh God, the Giants, man. What's this? Nostalgia, Nick. Eddie Presley, what up, fellas? I saw you guys running the show, so I pushed back Knicks addiction to tomorrow night. Let's go. Knicks finals a bust. Oh, I appreciate you. Much love, brother.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you guys don't got to do that, man. You know, outside of the people that we know, there's people that we don't know that's doing Knicks podcasts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you got something that you want to do, just do it, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like the respect. You know, people like, you know, they're doing the respect. You know, whatever they see that you went on, so that they, you know, you make a room. But like I said, there's people that I've seen just scrolling through. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? I've never heard of him. You know, but they got like 8,000, 10,000, you know, subscribers on YouTube or whatever, and they do Knicks content. You know, it's like, you know, so you know, just do your thing. That people will do the re play and stuff. You know, there's enough room for everybody to work. You know.
Nah, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact. You know, anytime. But shouts to you, Eddie. I really do appreciate that. You know,
Yeah, it's dope.
We just started pods with everybody else doing pods. We still give about 300. And it's Sunday evening.
Yeah, and it's not even like it's just like say we on YouTube right now, but we also on Twitter. But people are doing spaces that's different than YouTube, and then people are on Instagram, you know, Instagram Live doing stuff, and there's people on Facebook doing stuff too, and there's people doing just audio podcasts, you know. So there's people doing Knicks content like crazy. So you know, it's never gonna be an end to that. People gonna tune in, you know, to whoever they want to tune in, and it's good. Variety is good, you know.
Yeah, it depends, man. I ain't gonna say no name. I clicked on a bunch of YouTube segments last week. Oh, the Knicks shouldn't be worried about the Eastern Conference. The Knicks gonna get to the finals. Oh, the Knicks is the best in the East. Oh, the Knicks is okay. Like I'll tell you, like the Knicks should be number one in the East. The Knicks should be in the finals. The Knicks should win it all. Will they? I don't know. Am I saying the infamous is championship or bust? Nah, I will not be saying that this season, but there is a bunch of Knicks fans who is definitely on that type of time. Is the Knicks championship or bust this season? 43.3% said yes, it's championship or they failed. 48.9% of Knicks fans say no, it's finals or bust. So I'm gonna get this straight. So 48.9% of youths are comfortable with getting to the finals and losing. I don't want to be like a 90s Knicks fan. I don't want to be like Evil and the rest of y'all.
I know he threw my name right in there, man. Ah, come on. But you gotta give respect because I mean Ewing was in the playoffs for 13 straight years. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like yeah.
Oh. What did he win?
We got respect. Yeah, we got respect. That's all we got. Cash out respect, man. You know what I'm saying? Respect ain't got no monetary value.
Ewing is the second top 3 best Knick of all time, easily. Walcott, Frazier, Willis Reed, Patrick Ewing. Much respect for Ewing. You gotta win a chip, bro. You gotta win a chip. I don't want to be like.
He was trying, man. He was trying.
Let me be specific with what I'm about to say. I don't want to be like 90s Knicks fans to where what you just said to me was, yeah, we went to play 13 years straight. I don't want to be the 45. Yeah, we went to play 10 years straight. Yeah, well, what's your win?
But that's pain though. That is pain. 13 straight years of pain. Damn, bro. But I mean, you got to be in it. So I mean, yes. like what the respect thing with the Knicks of that era though is that every time that we showed up for the players, we was battling. But we 6 straight times, against Michael Jordan, we couldn't do nothing about that, man. And then the time when Jordan wasn't there, we went against the Houston Rockets that was on theirs, you know what I'm saying? So that we had like Reggie and their teams to deal with and stuff. So the quality basketball was off the charts, man. The rivalries and stuff. Like we legit hated everybody hated each other, everybody. Fan bases too. Like back in the days, like now like fans can come to New York and stuff. Now it's the phone. Everybody got the phone out and stuff, just to record stuff. So people are being fake. But back in the days, you couldn't just come to New York rocking no Boston jersey, and even back in the days, I would never go to no Boston wearing the Knicks jersey. You know what I'm saying? What am I doing? Because fans were not playing. They weren't playing back then. You know what I'm saying? So, just a different era and stuff,
Yeah, man. Shout out to Eddie. Ewing had his chance in '94. I came out playing him. Ewing wasn't good enough, especially with no Jordan in that season.
Yo, Ewing was wearing like white tights during the finals too. He had something wrong with his legs or whatever. So those excuses and stuff, but it's a fact though. He has something. He had issues with his legs. That series. But it is what it is. On paper, the Knicks probably shouldn't even been there. It's just our defense was so crazy at that time. Because like if you look at Houston, nobody talks about guys like Otis Thorpe. Otis Thorpe used to average 20 points per game before he got to Houston. For people that remember that, Otis Thorpe was a 20-point a game scorer. You know what I'm saying? So the Knicks didn't have that. The next scorer that we had was a guy that was bagging groceries in freaking Oklahoma, a couple years before. That was our second leading scorer, go-to guy. You know what I mean? And then Anthony Mason, another guy that was like, smoking blunts on West 4th Street, like a couple weeks ago. He's like, our sixth man and stuff. And Oakley, the bully, we didn't really have no other guy. You know what I'm saying? So those were good times, man. Good basketball. We was right at the edge of our seats and stuff, man. So, it was good to remember that stuff.
Probably because I did read a report where the Knicks tried to get Michael Jordan in '96, and they offered Michael Jordan $20 million. And the Bulls came back and they offered Jordan $30 million. So that's the reason why Jordan went back to Chicago in '96 and won 2 more championships.
Well, it's tough. We could have got Gary Payton too. We could have got both of them, Gary Payton and Jordan. It was that year where everybody was free agent that year. The Knicks had mad money. That's when we signed Allen Houston and Chris Childs.
Excuse me?
We could have had Reggie Miller too.
I heard about the Reggie Miller stuff. I need you to repeat what you just said again. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was the year where the Knicks had cap space, and then we ended up signing Allen Houston and Chris Childs that year.
Wasn't it a chance for the Knicks to trade for Mitch Richmond as well?
Yeah, but I think that was a little earlier than that. I don't think that was that season. I think we could have traded for Mitch, Mitch Richmond. I think a couple years before that season, because it was the year that he went to the Wizards when Mitch Richmond was on Golden State. Then he went to the Wizards, so it was that year that we could have gotten him, but we just didn't. We didn't do it.
Little moves look like sometimes you got to be more aggressive than what you are. So I think the one thing we could give this current Knicks regime and everybody is they're being aggressive. So we won't have conversations like how we have it right now. Oh, we could have got Mitch Richmond. Oh, we could have got. Nah, the Knicks is going to get who they want. Like if they put a name out there, and that name is gettable, like the whole Giannis, we don't even got to touch on it no more because we spoke about it. But Giannis, his name out there, oh yeah, he's good. It's inevitable.
Well, it's a different era too, because like guys really, they were talking about it. They wasn't leaving. Jordan wasn't going to leave to come to the Knicks. That would have been crazy. Reggie Miller too. Reggie Miller, they were saying that Reggie wanted to come, but the Knicks just said, nah, we can't do it. And they just went for Houston. Houston was the younger player. That's the one they should have signed. Chris Childs was also up and coming too. He was a guy, he came out of CBA. That was like the G League back in the days. So when he he was a good pick because the upside for him would have been good too. You know what I'm saying? But, Knicks did what they had to do. But, back in the days, guys weren't leaving their teams like that. It just was a different era. Guys, it was too much pride. Like I said, everybody hated each other back then. Nowadays, everybody be like taking bubble baths together and shit. You know what I'm saying? They be, hey, I got a book, a kid's book, a coloring book that I'm promoting, and then they all together hanging out at somewhere. These guys are all friends and stuff. They got the same agents. Money. Everybody's getting bread now. Even college players are getting bread. So the money is not even a thing anymore. So so the era now is just like people are trying to team up. So just a different time that we're in right now.
Yabusele, you mother effing burger eating mother effer.
Big back.
Big Garrison Yabusele weighed 265 pounds last season for the Sixers per ESPN and NBA websites. He now weighs 18 pounds more at 283 for the New York Knicks. My lord, bro.
I can't say nothing, man. I weigh like 250 something, bro. I think I might be like, I don't think I'm 260 again. The most I've ever been was 268. When I was playing basketball and stuff, I was 185. That's when my third son was born. I was on 185, and I played ball maybe 2 more years after. Bro, like I said, I'm 250 something now, man. I should not be 250 something. Same thing like him. He should not be no 280 something, bro.
Nah, man. He should. Nah, man. That's beef.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Eddie, man. I don't want to hear no you on excuses. Nah, we're not giving them no excuses. We just showing them some respect. That's all.
But Eddie's from the era too, man. Eddie remembers all that stuff.
If Pat Riley would have stayed, I think we'd be having a different discussion. Pat Riley could go F himself, in my opinion. He left the Knicks, quit.
He did, but it's true what he said though. If he stayed, because look what he did to Miami, because he wanted to do to the Knicks, what he did to Miami, but the Knicks they didn't want to give him the power. It's like I said, it's a different era. Now, the Knicks would have gave him everything. They would have gave him the whole. They would have built him a building next door or something like that. You know what I mean? But this is a different era. Back in the days, they weren't giving guys power like that. They was like, hey, man, go kick rocks, go get out of here, go to Miami. Then, you know what I'm saying? That's what they did.
The Miami Heat is 0-6 in preseason. The last time the Miami Heat went 0 for 6 or 0 for anything in preseason, they won 15 games, I believe, that season. I believe they won 15 to like 17 games that season.
That's all good. Pat Riley, he does that sometimes. They had Malik Beasley over there. They drafted him, and then they ended up getting rid of him and they went to the finals. So, Pat Riley is no joke, man.
He cold, man. Leon Rose would beat Pat Riley. He just got to start winning. He got to win some championships, and then
Yeah, we gotta let history play out, man. Because I think if the Knicks really take advantage of this little piece of time, we're gonna be talking about Leon Rose in that way as time goes on.
That's a fact. Smash that like button. Definitely. Please smash that like button. Please go follow both our channels as well.
Yeah, shout out to Fitz, man. Shout out to Fitz.
Shout out to Fitz, man. As I go along, shout out to Dork. I want to see the Knicks bully teams that can't keep up with our youth, length, and physicality. Flip the script from last season on its head. I mean, yeah, if they could start running, god damn it, they 31st in pace. Let's go.
Keep like you like the pace, right? You want to bully them and you want to run fast too. Like, say, damn, you trying to be like you trying to be a generational force of greatest team ever played type of thing, because it's hard to have a pace like that and be a bully team too. It's like, wow, bro, you're asking a lot.
I believe the Knicks have lost every single season opener under Jalen Brunson. Jalen's time to flip that script and shit.
For the season opener?
Yes. We got cooked last year season opener. With every single season opener, I walked out of a Knicks watch party with a
Oh man, that is true. One thing I was tired of playing the damn Boston Celtics, man. Every year, like Boston Celtics again for game one. Damn, bro, So I mean, we play the Cavaliers first, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that should be a little different.
And it's going to be fun because I believe out of our first 14 games, I believe 12 of them is at home.
Yeah.
No, it's a lot. We got a lot of games at home. I do know that in November, though, we face at least 12 minimum Eastern Conference opponents. So if the Knicks can get a head start in October and November, we can just smooth sail the rest of the season.
Yo, man, we're gonna be eating good as a fan. I'm just looking at the first couple of games, man. We got Cleveland first, then we got Celtics, then we got the Heat, then we got the Bucks, then we got the Bulls back to back, the Wizards just thrown in there, then we got the Timberwolves, the Nets, Grizzlies incident, and then the Magic is there, and then we play the Heat again, back to back. For fans, that's we gonna be eating good, in the beginning of the season, man.
We gonna send Miami Heat right to the lottery.
Yeah. I ain't gonna have no bread for Thanksgiving or Christmas, man. With those games coming up, I'm gonna be at every watch party and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's like, yo, what happened to the money for XYZ? How come we can't go to Costco's or some shit like that? You know what I mean? Oh, because I spent like $300 on a roommates podcast watch party. That's why. You know what I'm saying? I spent my last $500 on a watch party ticket. Fucking shit.
You guys there, man. They got a cold scheme going on. A nice little Ponzi scheme.
Little scheme.
Oh, man, I'll just leave that alone, man. Because here's the thing. Like, we could talk about what other people are doing, but we should throw a watch party. You know what I'm saying? If we tired of people charging $300 for VIP tickets for a watch party in a dive bar, then we can do the same thing. We can throw a party somewhere and then let's watch it together without having to pay $300 just to sit in there. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's a fact. Because them just be crazy. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't want to pay Brad to stand there and watch the game next to you, man. I want to spend money on what I spend money on. Like, that's just, man.
Got to pay rent. New York City's crazy, man. Rent is too damn high. Too damn high.
Yeah, eggs is $9 now.
Damn, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. Look up the Cavs depth chart. We can out depth the Cavs on Wednesday, and that's crazy. Never could happen last season. Okay, Eru. I need one bold prediction before we get out of here. The next time we will see each other this upcoming weekend, because my new work schedule is absolutely blasphemous.
Well, Sunday, right? Sunday again?
Yeah, Sunday again, yeah. Because
I'm usually off Sunday, but I think next Sunday I gotta work. Because Halloween is coming up, so I gotta work 10 days straight so I can get the Halloween weekend off. You know what I mean? So I won't be I'll be working Sunday, but we work it out. If you want to try to get together every Sunday, that'd be dope,
Yeah, man. It's my new work schedule. Yeah. But it's okay.
Yeah.
In life, it's all about learning and managing and leveling up, and you know. so,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
uh,
I saw you reposted something. You had those guys yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting old, man. I can't think of the dudes' names, but you had the dudes from that pod. The one of the hosts, you had him on your had him in the liquor
ooh,
store.
no funny shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my cousin Darren. My cousin Darren is the host of it.
Okay. He's a real cousin?
Yeah, it's my real blood cousin. That's just crazy.
Yeah, that's a networking thing, man. I'm quite sure you guys talked and stuff, man. But yeah, you just gotta do our own shit, just make it happen how you want it to make it happen. Because like New York, that's the thing, man. It's hard to leave a job, man. If you got bills and shit and you got things you need to do. Because I mean, this podcast and shit don't make no money until you make money. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You're gonna be broke as fuck, making all these sacrifices and shit. You know, like coming like leaving work early just to sit in somebody's podcast. You know what I'm saying? Without getting no bread. That's crazy. To do that. But when you do that, the end result, if you keep working, eventually, you get to what you need to be. So, it's definitely it's a double-edged type of thing, kind of.
yeah, man. You just gotta keep working. Just gotta keep working. And that's my guy. Like I grew up with King too. That's so crazy. Like I literally grew up with. Like I see it all the time
Yeah.
at work. So it's like I know these people. My cousin Darren, all my life. Like I grew up with DP. Shout out to DP. It was crazy during that interview. Like I told Kenny too. Like yo, they gonna hit you up, bro. I told him like, yeah, they gonna hit you up.
They got a good vibe going though, man. I listened to the Styles P interview, and I thought the way they handled, I thought it was pretty good, so they doing good stuff.
Yeah, we gotta get there, man. It's okay. We almost there.
Yeah, but we've been doing this for a minute, man. So I've been thinking about it a lot, man. But like I said, it's just that safety net. I got a family and shit too, so it's kind of sketchy, but it is what it is.
You just gotta keep working, bro. That's all.
Yeah.
You gotta keep working, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in as well. Eru, can you let the people know where they can find you? Also, to everybody, if you're in Harlem, make sure you come to Fred's Wines and Liquor, 55 Malcolm X Boulevard. Make sure you come to Fred Wines and Liquor. Please come support Black-owned business. Go support my guy Eru and his merch and his podcast, Dial Next Podcast. Yeah, man, try to just keep supporting, man. But Eru, closure.
Well, I want to shout out to Generation JL. I see he just popped in. He's a coworker of mine, but we've pulled up to quite a few watch-alongs together, man. It's this whole basketball thing with the Knicks and just enjoying the team and stuff, getting away from reality. People going through a lot of stuff in life, man. I get emails and stuff. I used to get emails all the time and DMs of people just saying like, "Yo, you help me get through something." You know what I'm saying? I might not have 20,000 subscribers or whatever, but my little subscriber count, I caught somebody and I helped them get through something. So we it's an important thing that we're doing here, man. So I don't take it lightly. Sometimes I want to stop doing it sometimes because like you run into certain situations that waste your time. You know what I'm saying? Waste your time and money. You know what I'm saying? When you could be doing something else. But I just keep coming back to the people and the reason why that we do it is just for the love of the Knicks and diehards, whoever relate to that, the state of the New York Knicks, whoever relates to these statements, to these things, we do it for the culture, for the people and stuff, man. So yeah, this is my last thoughts on that, man. Just it's bigger than what people want to do. I want to be the greatest podcaster ever. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like bigger than that a little.
Yeah, man. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. They need to give me some M's though. so
We gotta get them though. We gotta get them.
Work harder. I gotta work harder. That's all. I gotta just
Smarter.
work harder, work smarter. I also gotta I gotta be on live more. But I'm gonna be on live all the time now.
But not for nothing. That's the spaces that you do. You know what I'm saying? You kicking that. You've been kicking ass on the spaces front too. So respect for that.
Yo, thank you, man. Because everybody do post game. The whole YouTube be built at the Knicks game. Yo, one time, I swear to God, one time I was going to do a like a post game. I was going to do one. And y'all go to the post. Yo, it's like 8 of them at the same time.
More
I
than
said,
8.
well, you know what? Now, I'm doing the Twitter space at that. And if I gotta upload the Twitter space to only the good ones though, they gotta be elite. Banks gotta pull up. They gotta be a couple fights in there. Somebody get told SMD.
Yo, you see how you just casually throw Banks in there? That's Lloyd Banks, the freaking rapper Lloyd Banks, pulling up to your Twitter spaces. You know what I mean? So you just casually threw that in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you know.
And that's just crazy. I need you vote on one of them. That's the first person I'm gonna hit up. Yo, pull up to the liquor store. That's the first person I'm gonna hit up. Pull up to the liquor store.
Yeah.
Looking a little. Cause he even gave me the green light. Like, yo, just let me know. I got you. I always told him, nah, it's not time. Not yet.
Yeah, I don't wear a watch, but I think it's time, man. I think it might be time.
Nah, not yet, man. Not yet. It's not time yet. I'm gonna know the time. I'm telling you, I'm gonna know the time. I'm gonna know the perfect time. It's going to be like a symphony, essentially.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Hopefully soon that time won't have to be while the Knicks is through college tribulations. Hopefully it's after we win the championship.
Because that would be crazy if, like, you know, the time comes and the Knicks are trash again. Like, oh no, like why? Yo, when we first started doing this podcast shit, man, the Knicks was trash, bro. It was me and you just like upset all the time. Like, damn, bro.
We was upset every time.
Fucking RJ Barrett, god damn it.
Y'all watch one show with me and you. Yo, we were so mad with RJ and Randall. It's like, yo, cut the team.
I think I got mad at you one time and I just cut you off. I said, you know what? All right, boo.
No, because every Fournier, he was making me mad. Oh,
that shit is crazy, man.
Oh, shit.
But it's fun, though, man. It's fun. That shit is fun.
Oh, God, I'm so glad we don't got to deal with that bullshit no more. Oh,
shit.
Oh, Jalen Brunson, I love you, bro.
And Josh, too. Josh Hart, man, I love you, man. I'll kiss your finger, make it better. You know what I'm saying? Let me kiss your finger, make it feel better.
Oh, shit. Yo, oh, God, yo, we was talking about Alfred. This is, wait, my phone before I let you get out of it. Yo, we came up there, we was talking about Alfred Payton for a year straight. I never want to hear devotion to this shit. That was tough, bro.
Yeah, I remember being on Sim Show having almost a damn near night fight in the group, you know, in the whatever the panel, going crazy talking about Frank Ntilikina and shit. Like, you know, it's not in the stat sheet. It's not in the stat sheet. He does more to the game than whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god, you know, like he's a generational defensive talent. Like, holy shit. Damn.
Oh god, that was a great laugh. Man.
We done been through it all, man. We came up, man.
Jalen Brunson need grapes fed to him tonight.
Word.
All right, I guess we can get out of here on a good note, man.
Yeah.
Let's try to make this every Sunday. I know one thing that I will be doing every Sunday is the Twitch streams. So always look out for that. It's gonna be me playing an RPG game. I don't know what goddamn game I'm be playing. I'm playing Final Fantasy 9 right now, so make sure you look out for those streams every single Sunday. And then also come out randomly whatever day I do that. So shouts to Nick Man, Evil. Appreciate you for pulling up, man, and all of you guys that participated inside of the chat. Love you guys. That's all I got. Peace and blessings, everybody. Fix my hat real quick. As you can see, nice little Harlem. Die Hard with the nice hat as well. Peace and blessings, everybody.